Hey y'all, welcome to Art of the Budget. My name's Nicole. My pronouns are she and her, and it is the weekend, so it's time to check in on our budget together. I'm a little late this week, which is weird because I am someone who did not do anything for Thanksgiving. So you would have thought I would have a little more time, and in fact, I've got some videos shot that I need to edit to get up. But anyway, it's Sunday. It's a little later than usual, but we're going to check in on our budgets. If you're new here, my name's Nicole. My pronouns are she and her, and I live in the Pacific Northwest on the traditional unceded territory of the Coast Salish nations. And I'm an artist and educator learning about budgeting, saving, and investing for retirement. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I would love for you to subscribe. And if you enjoy this video, I'd love you to like it. Let's get into the transactions. I actually didn't really spend too much money this week, and that's great. But I did kind of go through and try to pick up if I had left anything off. So let's get into the transactions. One thing I did buy, I went to the dentist this week, not for any problems, but I was kind of overdue on my cleaning and needed to get new x-rays. I had set aside some money in my flexible spending account, which is a little different than a health savings account. It is a use it or lose it option. I had a little bit of work that I had meant to do at the beginning of the year, but then COVID happened, and so I put it off, and at this point I needed new x-rays. So again, nothing's bothering me, but I needed to get it done. I'm hoping to get everything done before March or whenever my FSA cuts off, just so I can use up that money and not lose it. It was very concerning to me to go to the dentist because obviously you can't wear a mask while they're working on your mouth, but thankfully my dentist office was very conscientious. Like, it was very clear how conscientious they were for our safety, and frankly everyone was just so nice and great that day. But again, it was just clear walking in how conscientious they were being. And one of the only other patients there, because they have less appointments, so there were only ever like 3 of us in the waiting room at once, and it's a pretty large waiting area. And one of the people in the waiting room was my coworker, so I happen to know at least he's able to quarantine in terms of work stuff. So yeah, I felt really safe. That was like a weird dentist tangent, but anyway, that didn't cost anything because it was all preventative stuff. But I was reminded of how much I need to floss, and I decided to look online for this tool where you actually like thread the floss through it so you can reach back in your mouth. I had one a long time ago that I got from a dentist, and I loved it, and it never occurred to me to look online to see if I could find it again because somewhere along the lines I lost that tool. And it turns out they do have them, and I bought them off Amazon. It was a 3-pack. That was just like the only option, and it was $8.19. So I'm going to put that into, I guess I'm going to put it into fun money because there's money there. All right, so yeah, that in case you wanted to hear all about my dentist trip, yeah, if you need to go to the doctor or if you need to go to the dentist, yeah, I guess if it's concerning to you at all, I felt like the moment I walked in, it was clear how conscientious they were being, and I hope that you have that experience too. Moving right along, auto insurance came out, so that's $86.60. I got gas. So I usually spend Thanksgiving, which is a difficult holiday. Like, it's definitely have pleasant traditions and actually some not so pleasant ones associated with it. But obviously, in the scheme of things historically, it is not really a pleasant thing that it celebrates. And so I'm really thinking about how I want to like operate moving forward. I just think there are so many better days that could be celebrated with like a family and friends feast. Obviously not in the time of COVID, but yeah, like the winter solstice when the days get longer. I love that. Or May Day, for example. Which is like supposed to be a day of rest anyway. So I'm just thinking about that moving forward. I was talking to a friend about that, and then I saw that Adrienne Marie Brown had posted something similar to that, which she's just someone I'd really admire, so I loved hearing that. So what I usually do since I moved out west is I spend it with an old friend and her family, but that was not an option for this year. And so what we did instead was on a different day, we went and did like a socially distanced hike. And that was really nice. You know, I think it's nice to get out anyway. I hadn't been in nature enough lately. So that's what I did. And I bought gas to get there. It was about an hour away. It was a state park in Washington. Anyway, gas was 38.70. I guess this is a chatty budget check-in, so yeah, story time. On the way there, I stopped to get breakfast because, of course, I was running late. Getting up in the morning has been very difficult for me these days. So I spent $8.18 at McDonald's. Not gonna lie, I love a McDonald's breakfast. I rarely have a chance to eat that, and it's delicious. I did get both of my paychecks, so we're going to put those into next month. I just forgot to mention it. Oh, wait, I think I did say, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, paycheck one. Okay, I take that back. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. For some reason, I thought I hadn't entered it. Paycheck two came in. It's $15.33.78, just like paycheck one. My phone bill came out, and that is $60.10, so mobile phone. 3 cents more than I expected. That's cool. I did also go to Value Village. Y'all, the serotonin situation. But anyway, I got a good sweater. So that was $7.09 at Value Village. I'm going to put that into fun. There's a reason that category exists, not going to lie. Much needed. Okay, and then this was the main expenditure of my week. So Junior, but good news, Junior went for his 6-month cardiology checkup. So if you have been watching these budget check-ins, you know that a little over 6 months ago, he was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. He had an enlarged heart and liquid fluid around his heart, and so he's been on lots of medicines. And good news, his heart is nearly normal size now and functioning better. There were numbers, but I don't remember them. But basically, he's still on most of the medications. I was able to take him off the diuretic. And so that was really good news. But that visit, which took about half an hour, maybe less, was $550. So that's going to go right here into the cat fund. Before I do that, I'm just curious, how much do I have in there? In the cat fund, I have $321, and I'm about to spend $550. So it looks like I'm going to be dipping into emergency fund. Of course, I'm going to balance my budget, and I don't expect there to be much room because I am over in several other categories. So again, this is just that reminder to me that, going over the budget, these are the consequences. To balance that out, though, I do definitely try to remember that, like in the past, I didn't have a budget, and this would just have been like a sort of feeling of lack of control or feeling of not having any sort of agency in this area. So I know that when I stick even pretty close to my budget, so even when I do go over here and there, it's a much better situation than it used to be. And like perfection isn't really that achievable. We can just do our best, and that doing our best actually has really great results as well. So yeah, I wish that I would have been a little more, first of all, I wish that I would have had the option to build that sinking fund up earlier. And second of all, I wish that I would have stayed more exactly on budget. And then again, on the flip side, but I'm still doing pretty okay. I have plenty of emergency fund, and I hope to be able to build up that sinking fund in the winter when I am teaching as a side gig again. So Yeah, that's my month. Let me know down below how your month has gone. I'll be doing a video for my reconciliation and my December plan. Those will be up next week. And I hope that you're all doing well and that you had a great week, and I will see you in the next video.